What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base. Today I am bringing you a sort of small new series of Dan weekly episode reviews. Just because I enjoyed the series so much, or at least the first episode so much, I wanted to talk about it a bit more. You'll still be getting the videos from the polls. This is just something I'll be doing in between. But as usual, before anything else, let's get cracking. Hello, and welcome to a new series where I'll be doing weekly reviews of the new fall anime, Dan. Now, it's something that I have heard about in the grapevines, and I thought I would give it a try. I've heard the manga is very good. I can't personally say that I have read any of the manga at all. I hadn't even watched any of the trailers for the anime. I had seen that it was at the cinema, I think the first 3 episodes or so, but sadly I wasn't able to go see it, which was unfortunate, but it came out to Netflix and Crunchyroll a lot sooner than I had anticipated. On a side note, it being on both Crunchyroll and Netflix is a definite win for me, just very cool, because it means that just more people can watch it as well. Essentially, this anime is a mixture of What the Fuck and Mob Psycho. It has the sort of same feel as Mob Psycho, but just dial that tone up an absolute bucket ton. Now, there will be some slight spoilers within this, so I won't try and go through everything, but essentially our main female character is Momo Isa. She is a girl whose grandma is a spirit medium and seems to have some form of powers or connection to that sort of spirit medium, and she is someone that believes in ghosts. And then our other person is Ken Takakura, who is quite a timid, bullied boy who believes in aliens and has just wanted friends and to be friends with aliens all his life. They basically end up arguing after Isa sort of protects Ken from being bullied a bit more, and that's the first time anyone's shown Ken any sort of friendship qualities or anything like that. And essentially they start arguing about if aliens and ghosts are real. Up until that point, we've had a few sort of weird bits. Momo has essentially been dumped by her boyfriend because she wouldn't pay for love hotels, wouldn't put out at all, and is poor. So a bit more adult sort of themes to start off, which was quite unexpected. But essentially Momo and Ken argue. Momo sends Ken to a ghost hotspot, so it's a sort of a dark tunnel. And then Ken sends Momo to sort of this abandoned hospital thing where it's a sort of an alien abduction hotspot, and they're both on the phone to each other. It seems a bit spooky. I was expecting there to be some jump scares, which I was surprised there wasn't. But essentially Ken ends up seeing some blood footprints on the floor, and I started sort of going, okay, shit, here we go, shit's about to hit the fan. And he starts doing some spinning and twisting, trying to see what's there, and suddenly this weird ghost, should I call it, who is known as Turbo Granny, which, can I say, excellent name, appears and goes, "You can suck my teats, but I want to gobble your wiener," which I was quite surprised about. So quite a lewd granny, and the sort of animation for Ken running away was quite hilarious as well. It looked very cool, and basically it seemed that Ken got grabbed by the Turbo Granny. Momo, after hearing this, decided to sort of run out of the hospital to try and find Ken, and that's when she got abducted by Rokuro and the sort of Serpians, I think they were called, sort of an alien race, in which that kind of looked creepy because it was like a still sort of flash shot where suddenly they were just right behind her, and that definitely creeped me out. And basically they wanted to use their bananas, which is their metallic phallic probe thing that they have, to reproduce with her, because they are all male and they don't reproduce. And they started using weird mind voodoo, that sort of stuff to get her aroused. So again, some very sort of adult things and some quite, what the fuck type of things that I wasn't expecting in this first episode. And then suddenly Ken comes out of the telephone as the weird mixture of Turbo Granny and him, beats up a couple of these Serpapons, or I think Rokuro and I think another one, and then he gets bashed, incapacitated, and then sort of Momo unlocks her sort of psychic powers and has to kind of keep Ken under control, and that was kind of almost it, really. It was a very intense first episode. I have to say that the show was very unapologetic with its craziness and whatnot. The animation style was definitely very cool. I think it was the Serponians, I think. I liked it that the Turbo Granny was red, the Serpians were blue. I like the colour distinction from that. It was definitely a lot more crazy and bonkers and almost, you know, edging on the style of being a bit maybe uncomfortable for just your generic sort of anime watcher to view. But overall, it was pretty fucking crazy. I loved the craziness. I showed it to my friend after I'd watched it the day after, and he enjoyed it as well. But as I said, I've not really watched the trailer for it. I do know a character. I'll put his picture up now. I'm not really sure who that is, but that's the only thing I've sort of really seen from this Dan Dan stuff as a whole anyways. Overall, really enjoyed the first episode. I think you should check it out if you can sort of, we'll go with cope with the craziness, but overall, really solid first episode. Really hopeful going forward that it's going to be something fun and enjoyable to watch every week. Having it on Netflix and Crunchyroll does mean that more of an audience can view it, which is always positive. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media and things, and tune in for the next week's episode. And if you want to be part of voting for what is the next video as a whole, check out the community posts. My polls are on there. But take care now. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.